Can you check Twitch, please?
Yeah, you just went live.
Okay, cool. Can you check YouTube?
Sure.
Sorry, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, you're live on both. Oh my goodness.
There we go. Cool.
All right, June.
It's ice cream.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, you're live, so I guess now we're talking, and if people rewatch this, they'll also hear this.
Oh, that's crazy. But don't forget to turn your microphone down.
I will definitely turn myself off right now.
Because if you do not, people will hear us. Dun, dun, dun. There's a bit of a delay, though. Like, quite a bit of a delay. So it's good to know. Cool. Before I actually announce this, that I am streaming. Okay. I stopped playing. Yeah. Be cool. Let's be cool.
There you go.
Name. Hello. Ooh, hello.
Oh crap! We're in real life now.
I know, we're not 2D anymore. Look at that! Look at that, everybody! Hello!
Our orientation is flipped.
Yeah,
Well,
it's flipped.
I might look good with, kind of.
Should I flip us?
Fluffy hair.
I could
Could
flip
you do
us.
that?
I think so. Let's see.
Otherwise, people wouldn't know which one's us.
That is true.
Yeah.
Let's see. Transform. Flip horizontal. Boom! Look at that. Now I am on the appropriate side and you are on the appropriate side. Now everybody will not be confused.
Yes. Now they know I'm the taller one.
Barely.
Yeah. I don't know. From here, it looks like your torso looks like might be longer than mine, but we'll see when we stand.
Wow. Yeah.
It's all cool.
When we have a big stand reveal. Anyway, hi. Let me actually share this so that people know that I am here.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do this the best way. I think you're the only one watching right now.
Yeah.
Is that like a good way to share?
That's true. No, well, we got two people, but I really.
They probably left immediately when they saw my face.
How dare you? You have a wonderful face and wonderful hair.
Yeah.
Your toes look like frog's legs right now.
Oi!
They don't. I'm just kidding. They don't.
Oi!
They look wonderful as usual.
That's not very nice.
But everything else is fantastic.
Oh, sure. Okay, let me push out some notifications that I have gone live, and then we'll get started. I don't know if anybody's watching yet, but if you are, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are.
I'm assisting Chrissy Diggs. She's the artist. This is her monthly Ticker Club stream. I'm her familiar. I think, is that the correct word for it?
Yeah, you're like my, what is it? Yeah, my familiar. Like, I'm a magical girl, and you're...
Yeah, I've sort of bought myself into a contract that I can no longer revoke.
Yeah.
And so now I'm handling...
Blood contract.
Blood contract, yeah. I guess I'm supposed to be the stream moderator, but I don't really know how to do anything. So if people just start saying lewd things,
Don't do that.
Sure. Well, I'm saying,
don't encourage them.
I'm not encouraging them, but I'm just talking about the reality of man.
Yeah,
that's just how people work. So.
I have too many new social medias to post that I am live on, so... Going live. I don't know which one I should push people to. I guess YouTube's fine.
Yeah, probably okay.
And Twitch. Two.
Look, one watching now, that's me.
Yeah, it's just here. I might not do very well on Twitch because I'm talking to a man.
Yeah, I mean, I guess next time we could consider just dressing me up a little bit more.
Could do. Give you a little wig. Some cute.
Yeah, I've been told by many men on the streets that they would like to see me with a wig on.
Yeah?
And I was only 13, so it's affected me for life.
Oh, no.
But it's fine. I think we're in a world now where that's okay, maybe.
I'm going to pepper these. I'm going to go live here, and then I'll go live Twitch. See which ones are more lucrative on getting people to follow. Let's see. Yes, hello Twitch. I know, I suck. There's nobody's watching me. That's okay. Water came out.
Oh, this is your first one. We're figuring it out.
Yeah, I'm not too
Plus,
worried
you don't
about
actually
it.
have an actual schedule.
Yeah.
I've never really used Twitch in any real capacity in the past, so.
Yeah, I don't care.
This is new territory anyway.
It's fine. Oh, look, somebody joined. They're gonna fall immediately though. Hi, I don't know if you're there, but I am streaming on Twitch right now.
Yeah, we're gonna do some art.
I'm gonna do some art.
She's gonna do some art.
Yes.
I'm gonna talk about it with
Yes.
her, and give my unsolicited opinions about what I think we should see. And if you guys want to have any unsolicited opinions for her to ignore, you could also join the chat.
I will not ignore them. Anyhow, hello, welcome to the very late in June drawing stream. Today's theme, basically, first let me talk about how this works. So, I have a Patreon, and if you are a member of my Patreon, you have been so gracious and given me a prompt for the month for our sticker club. This month is ice cream. So, I know, ice cream. Everyone loves ice cream.
I scream for it.
Yes. So, we are going to take on the challenge today of drawing a cool and interesting ice cream themed sticker. And lucky you get to watch. So, without further ado, oh, by the way, if you are not a member of my Patreon, please consider joining. It is patreon.com/Chrissy Diggs. If you sign up at the $3, $5 level, you will receive this very sticker that I am going to draw. So,
now tell us about this ice cream.
it's ice cream.
Oh,
Get it?
I get it.
It's a pun. I like puns.
Puns are quite good. It looks like a biblical angel. I like that.
I would agree with that. I also like biblical angels. It's kind of like Eva.
Evangelion.
Yeah.
That old Zankoku Tenshi no Tere.
Okay. Oh, my name's Kurt. I speak Japanese better.
Not really. Well,
You do. Shut up. He's very humble.
yeah. Well.
It's the Japanese way.
Yeah.
Oh, 日本語上手です。
上手じゃない。
上手じゃない。
まだまだ。So,
あ、そう。
but what I can't do at all is draw something really interesting.
That's not true. I've seen you draw before.
Yeah, but like nude stick figures don't count.
Okay, that's fair. So maybe you can't draw. Never mind.
Now, so is this flavor of ice cream like actual ice cream? Ice cream?
That's a good question. I don't know. I feel like, although it is an I want it to be like raspberry. Something gives me raspberry vibes.
Okay, so you're gonna use like a raspberry-ish color?
Maybe yes. I think I might do.
Cool.
I feel purples. I feel blacks. I feel, although I guess last time I did kind of purpley black stuff, but we'll see. We'll see how it kind of comes through. First, we'll do the line work. Anybody curious, I am using Procreate. I love Procreate. It is my favorite little drawing tool. Better than Photoshop, unless Adobe wants to sponsor me, in which case I love Adobe products, and I also use those very frequently.
She does. She really does.
I do. I love Illustrator, so.
That's right. And if MS Paint wants to sponsor me, feel free
Yeah, that's
to
me.
let me know.
I mean, that's Microsoft money. That's big bucks.
Sure. Does MS Paint still exist?
Yeah, I think so. Well,
I haven't used it.
I think it exists, but it's like different from what you remember.
Right.
It's like, I was trying to use it once at work because, like, computers in Japan, they still have, like, Office 97.
Sure, yeah, of course.
And
Japan is very fond of antique software.
But they had, like, Windows 10, I think it was. And they had, like, they had some kind of paint program, but it had, like, this, like, weird 3D function. I really wasn't sure how it's supposed to work. And I couldn't figure it out. And I just kind of reverted to using regular MS Paint, which it still has. So. I don't think they've really made a lot of steps to innovate in technologies of the like.
Sounds like a challenge though. One of these days, doing a
do all MS Paint challenge.
Yeah, just doing an MS Paint challenge.
Yeah, actually, there are some artists who are fantastic at using it.
Yeah.
And I can remember when I was a kid, when I didn't have like software, I used MS Paint pretty efficiently.
Well, I feel like though, if you really want to build your audience here in Japan, you need to do the MS Excel art challenge.
Dude,
There's Sorry, go.
Sorry, I was gonna say, did I ever tell you about like how often, like, they would ask me at my old job, like, oh, can you design something for like a poster or something? And I'd be like, yeah, sure. Like, what do you have to design with? And you'd be like, oh, Excel. Huh? And like I would open their like files for like their like posters and documents and stuff like that, and sure enough, it's just like Excel spreadsheets. And I don't know how people do it here, but they get really proficient at using Excel to do graphic design. It's impressive to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, it's a versatile program.
Yeah, that's true.
I actually just read a news article that in the UK, apparently there was a health office using Excel, and because they use Excel for whatever export issue they had, they missed out on 11,000 people that were infected with like code or something because like it just had some sort of export cutoff.
Oops.
So
for like what, patients? Like
I think like they were using it as like a database spreadsheet thingy.
Oops. Oops. Don't worry about that.
But I mean that I think that has more. That's probably more user error than Excel.
Well, sure. I know that's the thing though. Excel's kind of tricky. Like it's got a lot of use, but I think there's a pretty high like curve to learning how to use Excel correctly.
Yeah. Well, but it's. I've seen you can run doing it. That's how you know it's a good program.
I mean, it is a code program, so it's pretty powerful. But you know, as someone who went to a bougie art school, learned how to use Adobe products. I am Adobe certified. Using Excel.
How do you get Adobe certified? How'd you get Adobe certified?
Basically, a representative of Adobe came to my company, and we had to take like this course on Adobe, and then I was Adobe certified. I don't know if it like expires though. Maybe it expires. I might not still be Adobe certified because that was like 4 years ago. 5 years ago.
So you have to keep it constantly updated. You have to.
Probably because like like the new Photoshop is all like AI Photoshop and stuff, so it's got like new features and stuff.
Sure.
Basically, Adobe certified just means you know how to use Adobe products. That's all. So
what kind of tangy fruit do you have on top of your ice cream there?
Yuzu. Yuzu. It's my favorite. Can I spell it? Let's see.
With you?
Yeah.
Maybe longer.
A
little longer there. Yeah, and then.
That.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah.
It's my handwriting.
You, and then zoo. And do zoo. It's like Sue.
Yeah. Yuzu.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah, I feel like this.
You critique my handwriting. It's my style.
Okay, fair.
It's my font.
Yeah, it is cool.
There.
I mean,
There. Is that better for you?
Yeah, it looks pretty good though.
Yeah, well. Yuzu. It's like a lemon, but not. And it's my favorite winter flavor. So those of you who don't know, in Japan, there are like seasonal drinks that you can only get during certain times of the year. And in winter, the vending machines turn to having like hot drinks, which is pretty dope. And my favorite is this hot yuzu lemon drink. But this year, or last year, I couldn't find it anywhere. I could only find yuzu lemon. Like, it's hard to find just straight yuzu now. So it makes me wonder, like, do young people not like the taste of yuzu or something?
Yeah, they associate with hot baths in their home during the winter time.
But it's,
or too sour or whatever,
I think it's kind of bitter, maybe. I feel like people are pretty sensitive to like bitter stuff here.
Also, Japan just loves their like limited run things.
That is true, but they have yuzu lemon. They just don't have yuzu.
Yeah, no, fair. Ooh, look at that drip, that eye drip like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
What's that?
I don't like the idea of eye drip. Sounds wrong.
Your patrons were just like, yeah, we gotta get some ice cream up in here.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, yummy.
Like, okay, how about this? How about I just ripped out a creature's eyeball, put it on top of a cone?
It's happy.
That's cute. That's fun.
Oh, I can use this to make multiple responses. Oh, that's cool. Oh, hello. Hi, Chance Maybe. I'm a trying. Nice to see ya.
Nice to meet you, Chance Maybe. You're helping out.
Just drawing some ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah, it's a pun.
If you want to share what your favorite ice cream is, feel free to put it in the chat. Mine is pralines and cream. That's like the best flavor.
What?
Pralines and cream. Or
Pralines?
Sorry. Praline. Is it pralines? Is that how it's pronounced?
No.
How's it pronounced?
Really?
Is it pralines?
No.
How's it pralines?
Pralines.
What did I say?
Pralines.
Did I say pralines?
Yeah.
Sorry, I have this terrible thing where I'm basically, I say all sorts of words wrongly. So that's gonna be something to look forward to. Yes. So.
Pralines.
Yeah.
Sounds like prawns, like shrimp.
Yeah. It's like,
Shrimps and cream.
It's like sugared shrimp nuts. That's kind of what I want. Mocha flavored ice cream. That's a solid choice. I like that. My body can't handle the caffeine, but I respect the choice. That's good. How about yours, Chrissy? What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
My favorite ice cream. What do I like? It depends.
You could say vanilla.
Well, I do like vanilla. I like a good high quality vanilla, like vanilla bean.
So vanilla bean. You can say vanilla bean. That
yeah.
Make it sound like you're not
like French vanilla.
French vanilla bean.
French vanilla, but it's not like my favorite. My favorite ice cream probably is either like something odd that's like not what you would expect, like an orange cream kind of thing.
Sherbet beef.
Not sherbet though. I don't like sherbet per se.
So just beef.
Yeah, beef.
You never had beef flavored ice cream?
Ew, no. Not beef. No. It's tricky. I like cookies and cream, or like peanut butter cookie dough, or like chocolate chip cookie dough, or like.
Cookies and cream is a solid choice.
There's this one. So my hometown, there's this ice cream place called Sweet Betty Ray's.
Sweet Betty Ray's.
Yeah.
That sounds like an ice cream spot that I would go to, and it would blow my mind.
Oh, it's so good. But they have my favorite flavor ice cream actually. They have is cereal milk.
Cereal, so they just like freeze some, like at breakfast, after breakfast they just freeze someone's.
I think so. What they do is they like put a bunch of cereal in cream and let the flavor like come out in the milk. You know how like cereal milk is.
Yeah.
Then they put stuff in it like Captain Crunch and like Fruity Pebbles and like what do you call it? The marshmallow ones, Lucky Charms.
Sure.
It's all like mixed in to the ice cream.
So it's not just one; they get a bunch of.
No, it's just like all kinds of cereal.
Okay, just as much sugar as they can sort of.
It's so good though. It is like absolute fire.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like something Chance maybe might like, but because he likes ice cream with a bit of good stuff in it, so you put like a couple pieces of cereal in there.
Yeah.
You can't find that cereal over here in Japan. So we're in Nagoya, Japan, and for good reason they don't have a lot of the cereals they have in America.
I mean, you can find them, but you will pay a huge premium for them.
Yeah, a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch we saw at a local export shop. It was like, was it 10
It's like
Japanese,
$10 basically.
$10 Japanese dollars for Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It wasn't even Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It was like one of those like offshoots of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It was like French toast, apple French Toast Crunch, like a limited time kind of like not that special, not the original stuff. Like
Sometimes though I just want Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah,
that's a good ice cream. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah, like
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is my favorite.
Like what do you call it? Crushed up and put into vanilla ice cream.
That's it's in the cereal milk, man.
That's solid.
I'm telling you, if we ever go to Kansas City, I'm gonna take you to Betty Ray's and. What's your friend's name?
My name is Kurt.
This is Kurt.
Kurt, yeah. I live in Japan also with Chrissy, but I'm actually from California.
Yeah.
Despite this face haircut that looks like it could be a baseball player for the Nagoya Dragons.
Yeah.
But I'm not nearly athletic enough, I don't think.
No.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, I like that you paused. Thanks for pausing.
Well, I had to consider it. I thought, well, maybe you could pay like
what's up, Chance, baby? What you got going on over on your side of the pond? You hanging out?
Yeah, where are you?
You eating dinner? Well, don't dox him.
Well,
but you eating dinner?
What country? I'm curious about time zones.
Oh, the country, yeah. What time zone are you in? That's a good question.
What time zone are you in? Because I know it's hard to do these things with people internationally because I'm in Japan.
Memphis, Tennessee. I've always
Whoa.
wanted to go to Memphis, Tennessee, because I heard they have better barbecue than Kansas City.
Stop
That's what I
it.
heard. And and I also heard that they have a great music scene. I'm a big music fan.
I filmed a commercial there once.
You did? What kind of commercial was it?
It was for my company. It was just like in a cafe in Memphis. I don't know why we had to go to Memphis. I think we went to Memphis because there was like a speed test we had to do.
Wow. So like, just how well you guys can function on the drug speed?
No.
I know, a speed test.
For 5G, when we were doing 5G launches, we had to go to different cities where our 5G was. And we had to do speed test videos or whatever.
I see,
So,
I got you.
so we went to Memphis.
Yeah, see, I hear that. Casey and Memphis fight about their barbecue, and I get that. But you guys don't know how good you have it, man. Like, there's some good, barbecue places that I could attest to here in Japan, but they're so rare. And
They're not as good as Casey or Memphis.
Well, be for Casey, you'll say that, but they're still.
I said Memphis as well.
Yeah.
I said Memphis was fine. It's fine.
Yeah. But then you go to like a place that, like a restaurant that's clearly never had real barbecue, and it's like mostly just ketchup. So
Yeah.
It's like ketchup and black pepper is their barbecue
There's
sauce.
like no spice.
Yeah. And then you have the spaghetti, and their spaghetti is ketchup and Parmesan cheese.
Just ketchup spaghetti, man.
It's a popular flavor. I don't know what it is. Like us Asians, like in the Philippines too, man. Like, so my parents are Filipino, and they love ketchup spaghetti, and I'm not gonna hate on it. It's not for me. It's not my thing, but
I can hate on it. It's
I mean,
weird. Why choose ketchup when you can use tomato sauce?
because it's wartime.
It's not war times anymore. Well, not yet.
It's the memory. It's true. It's the memory of the wartime. It's
Fair.
popular.
I get it. It's like nostalgia food. It's like canned hash. I like canned hash. It's definitely like a poverty food, but it's good.
Yeah, I'm thinking food too. I like that. I
Spam.
feel like spam. Oh, spam is I like crave spam here, especially because
Yeah.
it's expensive. I don't know how much spam is back in America now.
It's pretty expensive there too.
I guess everything's expensive in America now.
Yeah.
You guys are playing that inflation game.
Do you have any favorite junk food like that, Chance?
Yeah, or anyone else in chat?
Nostalgic
Anyone
food.
else?
Is there anyone else?
Yeah, we got a few more people.
Oh,
Wanna join?
hi, other people.
Welcome to the chat. This is Chrissy's monthly sticker club.
It is.
The theme is ice cream.
Ice
And
cream.
instead of doing a cute, sexy girl with ice cream melting on her body, we went biblical with you and said, "Be not afraid."
Be not
Ezekiel,
afraid of ice cream, lest ye consume
From the apocryphal biblical book of the Old Testament, Diggs 439,
the book of.
the book
the
of
book
Diggs,
I'm gonna get canceled. Stop.
the book of Diggs.
I don't need that.
We'll have Denzel Washington reprise his role.
Denzel.
Denzel Washington reprise his role as a blind preacher.
Oh, banana pudding with like vanilla wafers and everything. That's a standard. Have you ever had that?
Banana pudding?
With like the vanilla wafers, like the vanilla
Yeah,
wafers?
I think so.
Yeah. I haven't had vanilla wafers in a long time.
I've had no wafers. I don't know.
Maybe my cousin's coming to visit this year. She's like, "What do you want?" Maybe I want vanilla wafers.
Vanilla wafers, yeah,
and
so-
banana pudding.
Get some vanilla wafers. I'm into
I
it.
love banana pudding. I should ever bring banana pudding. Can you bring canned food on airplanes?
Yeah, you can put them in your luggage.
I don't know. Canned pumpkin.
Canned pumpkin.
Yeah. If I get canned pumpkin and spice cake mix, I can make you my famous pumpkin puffs.
I would love to have your pumpkin puffs. That
They're
sounds
like a
delicious.
2-ingredient recipe. and
What's the name of this character you're drawing? Is their name also Pumpkin Puff?
Sure. Pumpkin puff. I like it.
Yeah. What's their story? You gotta tell me. What's their story? Why are they like the disciple of the ice cream? Are they
Pumpkin puff is a demigod.
demigod? Okay.
Obviously from the Pumpkin Authority.
From the Pumpkin Authority. Sure.
She is
International Pumpkin Authority.
on assignment to look over Beelzebub vanilla.
Sure. Diesel vanilla. I
Diesel
get it.
vanilla.
Diesel vanilla. I like that.
Beelzebub vanilla.
Lord of the Pies.
What are the pies?
Lord of the Ice Cream
God.
Pies.
Why are we like this?
Yeah. Chance says they
Same.
they basically grew up on what's called soul food.
Oh, likewise. Yeah. Collard greens, neck bones, black eyed peas, which I used to hate vehemently.
Catfish head wrapped in an ebony
Stop
magazine.
it!
Yeah.
No.
No?
That's a funny Key and Peele skit, though.
I know. I like every time I've been to like a soul food like in LA. I don't know what real soul food is because I'm not from the culture. But like I go to Roscoe's or whatever, and
I mean, chicken and waffles is probably an amalgamation of what you'd call soul food. I don't know.
That's like the number one. Like after you play, because I'm a musician, and after musicians played shows in LA, that'd be like the number one spot everyone would want to go to. Like if you're out late, like let's go to Roscoe's, and then it's popping at like 1 a.m. in Los Angeles.
I guess it's like East Coast soul food. I don't know if it's Southern. Is it? I don't know. What do you think? Is chicken and waffles soul food? I don't know. I guess so.
It is delicious. That's all I know.
There was this chicken place near my old house in the States called Game Day.
Cool.
Called Game Day, fried chicken, and everything else. Like, they just had everything. And their fried chicken was so good. It tasted like my mom's fried chicken. It was so nostalgic. And you could get, like, just a giant plate of wings and, like, waffles for, like, $10.
That sounds awesome.
My dad and I used to go there a bunch. My dad really liked that place.
Chance is talking about some fried okra.
I hate it.
Fried chicken.
Hate
black
it.
eyed peas.
I love catfish.
Corn on the cob.
Yeah.
You put Lawry's on it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The Lars on everything.
Collard greens, some snap beans, some lima beans, some catfish.
Love catfish. I miss catfish.
Yeah, catfish seems to get hate in some places, but I've never had a bad experience with catfish.
It's because it's like dirty fish, because it's like a bottom feeder. A lot of people have like weird connotations about like eating bottom feeders.
Catfish is delicious.
Catfish is fire. Yeah. I miss catfish. Apparently you can get it here.
Okay, yeah.
Because I've had students tell me they've eaten catfish before, but I think it has a different name, so I don't know what it's called in Japan.
Yeah, I'll look it up. But actually, I'll look it up now. Let's see. Catfish is.
Because obviously there's like...
Namazu.
Namazu.
The Amur catfish. But it might be a different,
like species. Is it freshwater or saltwater?
I don't know. This is a dictionary.
Oh.
But also, this Namazu can also mean a old way of saying earthquake.
Oh, yeah. Because there's like a thing. Like an earthquake fish. There's a Pokemon like that. There's a Earth-type Pokemon that's like a catfish.
Oh, there you go.
Does earthquakes.
That's where it comes from. It comes from this old catfish being
venison.
Maybe some sort of myth about a catfish causing earthquakes.
Oh, here is
Venison's good too.
An interesting fact about venison.
What is the interesting fact? Tell me more.
So venison isn't the name of deer. Venison is the name of wild caught food.
So you could call any wild caught. So you could call wild boar venison.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up.
I just learned that. I'm double check. Maybe like recheck me, but like I'm pretty sure. Like I learned that recently. I was like, wait a second.
I mean, the dictionary definition is also meat from a deer.
Maybe it's another word that we use that's like wild game or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean the dictionary says that it's venison is deer meat, but it could be that whoever you're watching is like.
No, I learned. Is it venison? Or was it another word for like wild game that we often use as one thing?
Interesting. I mean, maybe it was like that before, but people just use venison now.
I can't remember.
We'll look it up. We'll make sure we don't spread any misinformation. That's what I'm here. I'm here for the fact checking.
You might,
ladies and gentlemen.
Snopes.
Yeah, I got to make sure that we don't spread any lies.
Well, it's not a lie. It's a misinformation.
Well, we're gonna look for it. We're gonna look for and get to the bottom of this. So yeah, Chrissy is using Procreate.
Oh yes.
Photoshop, Krita, and Old School Flash are also Old School Flash. That's
Old School Flash.
Remember Flash
games? Shame what they did to Flash.
Yeah, remember old Flash game? I think there's a program or some sort of organization trying to
revitalize it,
or like at least archive them.
Yeah,
because there's just
so much lost art.
Yeah, so many hours of work that they could sell as iPhone apps someday.
I used to go to. Did you ever go to albinoblacksheep.com?
Yeah, back in the day. Sure.
I was really into that website. More than Newgrounds. I liked Albino Black Sheep because I don't know why. I think there was just more videos and less games and stuff. I was interested in like animation back then.
Isn't that where Badger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Snake, it's a snake. Ooh. Sometimes me and my brother do that.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah, we do that too. I see things, I see them with my eyes, I see things. Did you ever see that one? They're often in disguise.
I don't remember.
That's like they did like 2 or 3 videos, and one of them was just him naming different things. In disguises of like,
awesome.
the Groucho Marx.
A lot of those you can still find on YouTube, so
Yeah.
they're not completely gone,
It's
but
true. Yeah.
it's sad that like Flash games and stuff are gone.
These are these like its ice cream tentacles?
They're Pocky.
Oh, they're Pocky. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
but I guess you could say they're tentacles if you like.
Yeah, this is a very intense ethereal ice cream being.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
I want to have one. Could you imagine like going to the store and go to the ice cream guy and getting some ice cream and opening this up?
Feels like the conceit for an isekai anime.
Oh, sure.
That one time I was reincarnated as a demon ice cream.
As a demon ice cream. Sure. Or it's like what would the reverse of Wadu Isekai? Would it be Wadu Isekai? Would it still be Isekai if it's like a horror manga?
I think so. I don't know. Do they call it something different?
Well, I thought am I misreading kanji? I thought Isekai.
Wadu Isekai?
I don't know if Isekai means good or not. I might be.
Isekai means another world.
Oh, yeah, okay, so it doesn't mean good world.
I don't think so. I think it means another world.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to look it up. But, yeah, like a sort of nigga version of a Candyland with horrific candy monsters. I'm sure that's a thing already. That must be a thing.
I forgot to say it.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay, sorry. The kanji for isekai, the first kanji is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not isekai. Okay,
It's isekai.
Isekai. Okay, I
Yeah.
got you.
That's what I mean.
We got down to the bottom of it.
I have to put on my Instagram that we are live. We
Okay.
are live.
Hey.
We are live.
Hey, what's up? So yeah, Chrissy, Chance again is mentioning that. Don't you remember the drawing challenges you did for them a few years ago? And Chance did a cartoon mermaid with a guitar.
Ah, yeah. I do remember
She
that.
does remember that.
That was when I was doing Challenge Accepted.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's when you were in the States, right?
Yeah, I really liked doing those videos, but it turned out to just be like trying to do that on top of my job at the time was just like too much because like the editing was like a lot, and I would stay up till like 3 or 4 a.m. trying to make those videos good, and I just got burnt out really quickly. I would like to.
Yeah,
I've thought about like revitalizing it in a way.
I mean, yeah, that's your rotation.
Yeah.
If we're trying to, Chrissy has a bit more time to do art, which is great. So I don't know if you want to do a regular stream.
But I don't have Garrett anymore.
Garrett.
Garrett. The squirrel.
Uh,
He was the squirrel mailman. Garrett the mailman, he brought me the submissions. Or the requests.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess we'll talk about it later. I'll have to step in. I know I'm not a magical squirrel, but
No,
I'm
I
willing.
guess we can get you a mailman costume.
Yeah, and,
I can build it into my story.
and then surgically attach a big bushy tail to me.
You don't have to be a squirrel.
We're in Asia. We have the technology.
I do remember it, Chance. I very do. I really loved doing that show. It was a good chance to like flex my editing skills and get to interact with people. I like interacting with people. I don't have many opportunities, so I want to make more opportunities. So I appreciate you coming and watching the stream today.
Thanks for hanging out.
Talking about soul food.
Flexing on us with your soul food that we can't access easily.
I know. I do miss soul food. There's like, I don't know if there's anything like that in Japan.
You mean like
a restaurant, like a soul food
restaurant.
restaurant. I don't know how well that would do.
Yeah, I just don't. You'd have to like cater to like the palate here.
I mean, it wouldn't be impossible. I think that if you can do Indian food here,
Sure. Yeah.
you could probably do soul food. It would just be hard to get a lot of the like ingredients, like cornmeal.
Sure.
Cornmeal's hard to get here.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess Japan's proximity to India is also a bit better. Like they just have a lot of immigrants here. And
Right,
stuff,
yeah.
So easier to get people looking to start that kind of thing up. But you're right. Like, I mean, I don't see there's any reason why I guess people wouldn't like it. It's just good food.
Yeah.
So
Remember that time we went to that soul food food truck event?
Oh, yeah.
It was just like takoyaki.
Yeah, it was a soul food event. It
Was it Soul Food Festival, right?
Soul Food Festival.
Yeah.
The most soul foody thing was, I mean,
They had tacos.
They had tacos. They had a Cuban sandwich.
Yeah.
You were pretty mad. She was pretty mad that there was like no actual soul food.
Yeah, you can't call it stuff soul food and like it's just tacos and like takoyaki.
They just meant food for your soul.
Yeah,
like things
not,
that are fried. That's what they
not.
thought. Japanese food too.
No. They didn't even have like Japanese soul food. There was like no curry stations or whatever. Like Japanese curry.
Yeah. I would consider, like, for me, from my point of view I'm still an outsider, but I feel like nikujaga, like a potato, carrots, beef is like a kind
Yeah,
of
that's soul food.
And they do have okra here too. People eat okra. And
Basically,
like stuff.
soul food is just like stuff that you make for your family and friends.
Yeah.
Make the soul feel good. Do you remember the movie Soul Food?
No, I never watched that. I wanted to. I saw it on commercials. Like, that
I
looks.
think my mom used to have a soul food cookbook, like from the movie.
Yeah. No, major motion picture. Like,
No. I mean, because I think Soul Food was a book, then a movie, then they made a cookbook or something.
Sure.
Actually, I mean, it's like it's like about family and stuff. It's like a family movie.
Sure.
Of course, it's about Jeebus
Yeah.
as well.
They should make it in Korea. They could just call it Soul Food. Just keep the same title. But
Soul Food.
the Korean version is Soul Food. Just take the same script, translate it to Korean. Yeah.
Oh, I sent the picture I was talking about in Twitter. Oh, can you check for me?
I'll take your turn here.
Please remind me. It's been like 5 years, huh?
Yeah, but now Chrissy's is on Threads in case that's the thing that.
I'm on Threads and I'm on Blue Sky, so I don't know which one is gonna stick. Oh, you can't see it because you're not me. Haha. Haha. I'm Chrissy.
You are Chrissy.
Haha. Let's see. Oh yeah, I definitely remember this one. It's very cute. It's the purple-haired one. I don't know. I don't know how to share it. Can I do that? Let's see. I'm gonna test my OBS skills. Let's do from Mac screen capture. Okay. Oh, I kind of did it. Window capture. I have too many windows. Twitter notification. Where are you? Oh, I don't know how to do this, guy. This is hard. Well, let's do this.
Yeah, don't mess up your whole stream looking at
Oh, it's not gonna mess it up. Ooh, look. So there it is.
Ah, cute.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I did.
And that's a 4-string guitar, which means it's probably a 4-string tenor guitar.
It's very cute. Thank you.
GCF.
Now I have to get rid of this somehow. Delete.
Yeah, very cool.
Yes. Aha! I did it. I am not a streaming expert. Sorry.
Yeah, little by little.
I hope that went well. I didn't break everything. Oh, I did definitely do something.
No, you're fine.
Oh, is it okay?
Yeah, you're still alive. Yeah,
Okay,
keep
cool.
on doing it.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, no, I definitely remember that one. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I should try and do the challenge accepted thing again? Would you be interested in that? Do you think other people would be interested in that? It was fun. I have to figure out how to streamline it. But now I'm like a full-time illustrator, so I have the time to do it. If I do, I hope that you will definitely join.
Should I put some music on in the background? Do you think? That thing people do, or does?
I don't know. I'm always like dubious about getting striked or claimed.
See, I could have brought a guitar. And
Well, you can play some kind of like.
I'll play piano on my iPad.
No, play some kind of like.
Non-royalty.
Yeah, royalty free.
Let's play some
something.
royalty-free stuff.
Lo-fi.
Lo-fi study, royalty-free, lo-fi.
Okay. I think my lines are done.
No copyright, lo-fi hip-hop mix 2022.
Is my stream still up?
Chill,
You can
lo-fi.
see it?
I'm still watching you.
Weird. Why is it like that? Let me refresh it.
Yes, just on your side, yeah.
Mm.
For whatever reason. But yeah, you're live, you're still going.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, Japanese lo-fi radio, that because we're in Japan, so that makes sense.
Sweet.
Sure. Actually, we went to a cool hip hop event here on Sunday, and then there were some fun DJs, and there's this cat we love. He calls himself Soul Man, and he like rocks old school 60s and 70s Japanese like Showa era.
What's
R&B
the one with the?
Oh yeah.
I like that.
It's like some old idol music, and but so.
I can't remember how that goes anymore, but I remember the dances.
Yes. If you're out here in Japan, in Nagoya, try to link you up with the Infinity Funk session run by our buddy Polly Rhymes.
That's a good question. Have you ever traveled to another country before?
You meet people in the stream?
Yeah, not you.
Yeah, not me. You know
You live in Japan.
I do live in Japan, yes. So I've clear life. From America, I travel. Yeah, have any of you guys been to Japan? Well, yeah. So I do like lo-fi. No, we're not using the one with the girl doing homework with the cat. We're doing Japanese lo-fi, which looks like a Japanese diner. Dina. Yeah. It looks like a old sushi house with a cool neon sign at the top. Kind of cyberpunky, I guess, in a way.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into color.
Ooh, a purple cone?
It's evil.
It's an evil. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's evil ice cream.
Can you mute?
Oh yeah, that's true. I gotta.
Just mute. Oh, you have both of them open.
Yeah, that was my fault.
That's okay. Probably didn't hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like, so in Zelda, there's like foods you can make that are like kind of like evil foods. I enjoy making those, so.
Yeah.
I'm kind of.
The purple cone is a good choice. What flavor is a purple cone?
Boysenberry.
Poisonberry?
Boysenberry.
Oh, not poisonberry.
Not poisonberry.
But it's evil. Wouldn't it be poisonberry? Can't find boysenberry. Boysenberry is delicious.
Evil, but it's still edible.
Fair enough. So Chance Baby says they've been to Mexico, Canada, and they're gonna visit France and England next year. Yeah.
Oh, word.
That's nice.
Any plans for Japanland?
Japan.
Nippon. Why is it that so Japan is not called Japan? Japan is called Nippon.
Yes.
Why do we call it Japan?
Don't quote me on this, but from the annals of my memory.
Annals? Don't like that.
Japan originally, I think that was like the Dutch word for it. And I think it was
they
like
just couldn't say it. And you're like,
maybe it was like a misinterpretation. Yeah, and I think originally it was either Nippon or Nihon.
That sounds right.
But yeah, that's right. Okinawa. Yeah, Okinawa. I'm curious now. Japan etymology. These are the kind of things I need to look up.
Why do we call it Japan?
Sorry, it wasn't Dutch. It's the Chinese reading.
Oh, interesting.
So Japan is based on the Chinese reading of Nihon, and was introduced to European languages through early trade. So I guess they met Chinese people first, and they said, "Oh, that's Chipangu."
They were just like,
Chipangu. They went from like Chipangu to Chipangu to Japan.
Japan.
Yeah, and then they showed up. We're like, no,
we're from
Nippon.
They're like, no, this is Japan.
Yeah.
And they were just like, yeah, okay, I guess this is Japan now.
Yeah, fascinating. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm in the Wikipedia. There's a whole Wikipedia article you can look up later called Names of Japan, and it's very long. It's a very long article about the names of Japan.
That stuff interests me.
Yeah. In Azerbaijani, it's Yapunia.
Japonia.
In Galician, it's Ozapon. Yeah, so.
But most of them are like derivative of Japan, not Nippon.
Yes, yeah, because I guess that was the first. Everyone else chooses for you. It just in Japan, it's Nihon.
Nippon.
Yeah. Nippon, Nihon.
Nihon is the Nihongo, right? Like, but Nippon is the way you say.
You could read the kanji apparently either way.
Oh.
I want to say. I don't know which one's more common. Yeah, I think you have to ask the Japanese prefer.
I feel like I hear people say Nippon, not Nihon.
Yeah.
But I hear Nihongo, which is Japanese language.
Yeah, I think they're both valid readings for it. But again,
Nippon sounds Chinese.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna. Actually, let's look at this first.
Sorry, this has just become a history lesson.
So yeah, during the Heian period, they had another word for Daiwa was replaced later by. Sorry, I know we're getting to the weeds here. I guess it was Nippon first, and later it was Nihon, and then the modern usage is Nihon. So I guess Nippon might be the older way of reading it, and Nihon is a more common way. Yeah, sorry, that was a
big tangent. Sorry,
a Japanese pronunciation tangent.
This is your Japanese lesson for
If anyone's
today.
Japanese is better than mine, please feel free to let us know if we got the history wrong. Ooh, red eye.
Yeah, it's evil.
It's intense.
It's evil.
Yeah, I'm still kind of attributing a flavor to each of the colors. So the eye is clearly blood orange. The orange marking. No. Now, well, you're the artist. You tell us.
Strawberry.
Strawberry, okay.
I don't know what's an evil red thing, because blood orange is.
Blood orange sounds like an evil fruit.
It's delicious.
Well, it's delicious, but it still has the word blood
Actually,
in it.
blood orange is my favorite variation of orange food. I like only blood oranges. I don't like oranges.
I used to have a blood orange tree.
California.
Yeah. I thought in order to sort of keep it blood orange, I was just a child.
Feed it blood.
Yeah, so I had to like go to coyotes and like
sacrifice
them and sacrifice
You
them
did
to the
not.
tree.
Don't lie to people.
My grandma kept wondering why she kept finding beasts under it, and that's why I had to flee the country, come to Japan, and change my name to Kurt Sampson.
Oh yeah.
So.
What is your real name?
Roberto Sanchez.
Oh, I found you, Roberto Sanchez. I knew it. I'm reporting you. Yeah. This is all being recorded. This was all an elaborate ruse to find you.
Sure, yeah. Your sting to find the blood orange animal slayer. That's sad. I hope no one's ever done that before. Yeah, chance maybe. Yeah, Okinawa is definitely really, really cool. It's like the Hawaii of Japan.
That's what they say. I've never been there before.
Food's real good. The ice cream and snacks are really good. Yeah, it's good stuff. So definitely check it out.
So one thing I like to do is I put all of my colors on different layers because I like to adjust them as I go, because it is just easier that way.
What's the alternative? Like
fun. So some people will do it all at once. Like in theory, I could like use the the bucket tool, or like the drop tool to just like color the line art underneath the art. Like there's a couple ways you can do it. So for example, if I were to duplicate this, put it, and then I could just example. I could go in and just like do it like this. Which is fine, but then you kind of are limited on like your ability to change things later. But it's because I'm just coloring the line art basically, like that. You see.
Cool.
But I prefer to keep everything separate, just because.
When you take out the lines, it's kind of funky too. Like the it looks like I tried to paint something. The lines, it needs the definition.
It doesn't necessarily. I mean, I could probably make it pretty cool if I wanted to go like lineless. But I like doing lines for me personally. There's something kind of fun about the idea of gray ice cream.
Sure. What flavor do you think gray is? Is it the gray stuff from Beauty and the Beast?
No, it's that stuff I like.
Goma.
Goma, yeah.
Sesame seed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Black sesame.
Black sesame. Black sesame is delicious. I don't know.
So good. It's like peanut butter, but better.
Is it better? It's different.
Whatever. I like it.
It's parallel.
Okay,
I do think
fine.
it's
It's not the better than peanut butter, but it is its own little special deliciousness.
I do think it's good though.
So like it's kind of trendy right now, black sesame ice cream. So for your background you do, or for layers you do background, sketch, paint, black lines. Yeah, pretty standard. Do you ever experiment with like colored line? I taught this student once who was like a professor at Kyoto University, and he specialized in moe, which
What is moe, in case people don't know what moe is?
if you are not familiar, according to him, moe is the idea of loving something extremely and protecting it without ever touching it. That's moe. But so he used to get hired by a lot of big companies for his expertise on like the best like voice acting or like colors and stuff like that. And he told me that actually the best way to emote feeling with characters is to use a light line color. He said that if you use, for example, brown, it evokes kind of a warmer, like emotional reaction as opposed to black. And so if you look at like a lot of like kind of cute anime and like things these days, you'll notice that their line art is usually never true black. It's always some like deviation from black. And he said that, yeah, that helps you make them feel more warm or real, I guess, according to him. But it kind of stuck with me a little bit, so now I kind of make a habit of like not doing true black lines. I also had a professor in college who told me that you should never use black, true black, because it kind of takes the soul from something. Like unless it's like an intentional thing, using a black line kind of like makes things feel more stiff. So I like to try using color derivative blacks instead of true blacks. Or true white. I don't use true white either, usually. Thank you for doing my TED Talk about color.
Yeah. Well, it's usually because the way color works in real life too is similar, right? Like your outline is the light reflecting off your skin or whatever, right? It's always going to be a tone rather than
a line. Yeah. And that's, I guess, part of the theory with like the colored line. It's like because there are no lines in reality. Yeah. By reducing the weight of the line and power of the line, you kind of make something feel more physical, like tangible.
I agree with Chance maybe that Chrissy has a nice, unique style.
Thank you.
And from what I could tell, because I see her draw a lot, she spends a lot of time.
Too much time.
Thinking about art. She loves art and finding what her thing is. Which is why, we want to share it with people through things like this and her platforms, especially like in this sort of post AI landscape where there's, like it was trained on. When you see AI art, you could do whatever you want, but I feel like a lot of people just sort of gravitate towards certain styles.
Yeah.
Would you say so?
Well, I mean, with AI art, it's kind of indicative of that, right? It pulls from an aggregate of like what's popular. And so when you look at what it makes, it's kind of this generic kind of pretty aesthetic that is pretty prevalent right now.
With weird hands.
With weird hands. But, which is fine. Like, I'm not here to, like, say that AI art is specifically bad or anything, but it is kind of, like, derivative because of its nature, right? Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, Emily also has hey, Emily, thanks for chatting us up, and she says she also thinks your line art looks more dynamic because you also let the colors bleed between the different parts, and she says she doesn't know if it makes sense, but that doesn't make sense. Right?
You mean like this kind of thing, right? Where I kind of do color outside the line a little bit? Maybe, yes, I understand what you mean. Yeah, I like, I don't know, I took a screen printing workshop, like a silk screening workshop a few years ago for the first time ever, and I kind of fell in love with like some of the happy accidents that happen when you do silkscreen. And I like trying to incorporate that kind of energy into my painting. So I think it makes it feel more like energetic.
Yeah. A lot of imperfections in a piece, would you say? I mean, I would argue contribute to something's actual like beauty, right? Like there's a difference between something being pretty and something being beautiful.
Yeah, imperfections. I think with digital art, it's so easy to, have this like impulse to make everything perfect because of the nature of digital art, where you can fix everything every time. But you kind of, for me, I feel like I lose something in my like hand when I do that. Hand, like my style. So I like to add these little imperfections just to kind of make it feel real.
Yeah. I really the same said for a lot of like art styles that are touched by digital stuff. Right? Like music's a good example of that, where it gets so sterile if they try to make everything perfect, whatever. But a lot of old music doesn't have that. They're interesting because of these
like
little
fuzz and like
fuzz or like little things
imperfections. Mistakes.
Yeah. I know this is kind of a deep cut, but a good example is Master of Puppets, the solo from Master of Puppets. There's this really high note that's a mistake that Kirk Hammett does when it touches the pickup, and it's something that he can't. That's really hard to reproduce naturally, but because it was a recording mistake, they kept it in because it sounds cool. But if they were just like, no, that was a mistake, like one of the coolest sounds in that whole like 7-minute song
wouldn't exist.
Yeah, it wouldn't exist. And
yeah, if you could just undo it,
Yeah. So, and there's something to be said for the human touch, which is not perfect.
Yeah.
I would say.
I think so too. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm trying to go for then. So mission accomplished. You said screen printing mistakes.
Right.
Yeah. Have you guys ever tried screen printing or silkscreen or any kind of like printmaking method? There's this really cool place in the town that I used to live. It's just like a print studio, like a giant print studio up in the mountains. And they have these big swings that you can swing on. And it's just like this cool area. And they teach you you can take lessons on like all kinds of different printmaking styles. So like silkscreen, lino cut, which is like where you like do the metal. Like you scrape the metal. It's like for like etching. Or no, that's different. Lino cut is like linoleum. Yes. Linoleum. Lino cut is linoleum, so that they have that. But then they have the etching one. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like metal. Like it's like it's like what they use for like books and stuff a long time ago to like make the plates and stuff. You can do that. You can learn how to do indigo dyeing and stuff like that, which is really cool and unique to Japan.
Next stream. That's going to be your next stream, right? You're doing some indigo dyeing?
No.
Okay.
It's expensive. I want to go back there someday. If we ever get a chance, I really want to take you there. And we could do a video there, maybe.
Yeah.
Can ask my friend Miyuki to like give us a tour and stuff.
I'd be down.
Yeah.
On location shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emily, let's see, your chat says that they've always wanted to make their own shirts, but they don't have the room for the equipment. Feel that.
Same.
Emily says ages ago they had to wrap their head around like the negative space in it, and you need to layer it.
It's tough. Yeah. I think digital stuff makes it so much easier. I can't imagine having tried to like figure out how to do that in the olden days when you couldn't like play with layers and like Photoshop and stuff.
Yeah, time.
I guess so, yeah.
You didn't have distractions. You didn't need to like put everything on the gram. You just had to
do
the thing, and you had people were paying you in bread.
Bread. It's not that long ago.
Sure.
I mean, I think screen printing is kind of relatively new in the printmaking world. Silk screening. I don't know. I wonder. Can you fact check that for me? How old is silk screen?
Yeah, how old? That's low.
I like having a guy who looks up all of my things for me. It's fun.
So, do you want me to look up screen printing?
Silk screening.
Silk screening, sorry.
How old is silk screening?
Okay, silk screening. It does say screen printing still. Well, I guess traditionally it comes from China, right? So
sure.
The origins are in the Song Dynasty from 960 to 1279.
That's just screen printing, right?
I guess so.
I guess it would be silk, so it's probably, yeah.
Yeah, silk screen process. And the 1960s, I guess,
Just when
the
it
way you're
became
thinking
like
of that.
modern silk screening.
Yeah.
With like the light bulbs and everything.
Yeah, American entrepreneur, artist, and inventor Michael Vasilitone started to develop, and sell a rotatable multicolor garment screen printing machine in 1960. So maybe that's kind of what we think of.
Yeah, that's going to probably be what we use today,
So
basically.
60s. That's interesting stuff.
Yeah. Silk screening is really fun. I should make you do silk screening someday.
Sure, just of like of my design.
Yeah. See what you can come up with.
All right, I'm okay with that. I'd probably be cheesy and do something not cheesy, but I like music stuff. So just print the circle of fifths.
Do what you know.
Something.
It's not cheesy. If you love something, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah. I'll think about it. That could be fun.
I think it could be a fun YouTube video / trip.
Sure. Show people the real Japan.
Yeah, like stuff in Japan, people, I feel like, because everybody goes to Tokyo, everybody knows Tokyo, but how many people have been to Hakusan? Hakusan, beautiful Hakusan.
That was one of the cool things about living in Japan is there's a lot of beautiful things everywhere, and people kind of appreciate sort of their history. Like you'll be walking in the city, and all of a sudden you'll see like this ancient shrine that's kind of nestled between two tall buildings. And I never felt like I had that back in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
Like, they tore down all the holy things.
Well,
put them on reservations.
yeah. Well, yeah. I was gonna say, American culture is so young compared to anything in Asia.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the people who had history, they just burned that down in America. So there is no history like that in America.
Yeah.
So.
Also, it's big. Japan, America is also quite big, so I guess there's a lot of space. Japan's much smaller, so you have to kind of
Stack things.
Yeah. I hear that's how Europe is, right? Like you can't like throw a stone without hitting something like ancient and revered, or building on top of old colosseums or old bathhouses or something in Italy. So.
This is fun fact. Back like 12 years ago, I used to try to create Chrissy illustrations of Wayline Bricks and draw. And boy, but you make me miss it. Ah, you should start drawing again.
Yeah.
I think honestly, Procreate has been like really instrumental in like me falling in love with drawing again, because I would say I used to draw, but like I didn't do it consistently or regularly until I got an iPad. So I don't know if you have an iPad or Procreate or an Apple Pencil, but if you don't, and if you're really serious about getting back into like the energy of drawing, it could be a really good way to get into it again. Not that it has to be that, but it helped me a lot. So maybe it'll help you. We have UFOs though? I don't know.
Yeah, that's our culture. Roswell.
Ancient aliens.
Ancient aliens, yeah, that's... The other night, the moon looked really weird. And then it was like, because it was kind of red, it was like almost like a blood moon.
It's like a big,
But the moon looked like a triangle, and we're like, wait, there's...
It's like a piece missing.
Why does this look so weird? And we went outside, and then it was a crescent. We're like, was there something in front of it? And we just realized a few minutes later
it was just a cloud.
It was a cloud.
But it was like a perfect triangle shape. We were both like, wait, did you see that? Are we seeing the same thing? It's like freaking out about it, but it was just the clouds.
Yeah, Emily, I don't even draw, and I downloaded Procreate, because it's not expensive, right? It's like
no, it's like $10.
Like $10. It's really powerful, and so even if you do other stuff, I don't know, like sketching ideas and not even drawing, just like as a notepad or whatever.
It has like really simple like animation functions and stuff too, so you can make like pretty like easy like simple animations. It's got like a sketchbook function, so you can keep like sketch pages and stuff. It's got a symmetry tool, which I think is a really fun thing to like play around with. Like, yeah, I can show you, for example. When I don't have any ideas and I'm like bored, I play around with the symmetry tool. And the symmetry tool is just what it sounds like. You can just play around with like symmetry. So you can do things really quickly and kind of like think about ideas really quickly, which is really fun. It helps you kind of like be creative. But what's even cooler than that and like fun to just like doodle around with is if you go into the symmetry tool. Where is it? You can do different types of symmetry. So for example, I think radial is really fun, and then rotational symmetry, I think. If you do this, you can kind of play with these fun, like, oh wait, I turned it off, drawing assist. These fun, like, patterns and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's just really, like, meditative. And you
It's
can
like a spirograph.
It is kind of like a spirograph, or like a kaleidoscope, you know? So you just kind of can go in and, like, play with shapes or, like, pattern and stuff like that. I don't know. It's, like, fun. It's, like, meditation.
Yeah.
Gets you kind of familiar with, like, drawing again.
If you draw two hands, that's a nice, just like a hand opening up that spiral. What do you think?
I can't draw hands. Hands are hard.
That's true.
That's why AI can't draw hands. Because nobody can draw hands. So the pool of people it selected from are just like, hands, hide them behind backs. Yeah, anyway, tangent. Procreate. I do recommend it. I am not sponsored. I was featured once by Procreate, which was really cool.
It's really cool, actually. It's really pretty.
Yeah, it's fun. Like, you can create some really pretty things without trying, you know? It's like, it feels good.
Right, yeah. Emily said they're going to make so many mandalas. Yeah.
Right, yeah. It's just fun. And you never know. It might help you get back into, like, drawing again, you know? If it's just fun. I think drawing is like a really important way to just like, look, I can't stop now. I'm just like, ooh, this is fun. Drawing is like
bonus sticker.
just a weird mandala
Cool.
thing.
I mean, why not?
Maybe.
That's kind of fun.
Let's see. Anyway.
That's a cool looking snowflake. I like that.
Snowflake. It looks like it reminds me of like coral.
Coral, yeah.
You know, like ocean.
Yeah, don't delete it. Like, save this. We'll talk about it.
I'll keep it.
It's kind of cute.
I just do these for fun. And what's even cooler, here, I'll show you the last thing. What's really fun is you can do like time lapse or whatever. You can view your time lapses. So, this is gonna show all of my time lapse. Oh no, can I fast forward it? No, I can't. Yeah, I can. Here we go. But you can like watch yourself making the mandalas and stuff, which is really fun. Ooh.
Oh, it's like streaming something else. It's like.
Hmm?
Oh, okay, there it is.
What? No.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, anyway, yes, Procreate. I do recommend it. I think it's really fun. Play with it, see if you enjoy it, and tell them Chrissy sent you. So maybe I'll get some kind of kickback or something. I don't know. I've been trying to get somebody cool to sponsor me, but so far no luck.
Well, you just started putting yourself out there. So.
Yeah.
I don't want to worry about that too much yet.
Yeah, but I want cool sponsorships.
I'll just keep doing
So
your
I can
thing.
do cool segues. Speaking of da-da-da, this is brought to you by
This is brought to you by
NordVPN.
Grindr.
Grindr.
I'm not a gay man, but if I were,
But if I were,
I would use Grindr.
can lesbians use Grindr? Is it just for gay guys?
This seems like something I'm gonna look up and.
Let's fact check
You know,
that. I
yeah,
don't
let's
know.
fact check that. Let's fact check Grindr. Let's do it.
I don't know. I feel like Grindr would be in my head all inclusive.
Let's see.
But maybe
here.
not.
It does say it's for gay, bisexual, transgender people.
Oh, so then maybe anybody's okay.
Let me download it real quick.
No, you can't have it Grindr. No dating apps for you.
Alright, fair. No, yeah. If anyone knows, feel free to type. I'm curious. To know. Well, I guess if I just can let.
Gay and bi men are the target, according to Emily. That's what I thought. So is there like a Grindr for the ladies?
Yes, it's called. I hope this is a joke. It's called Scissor.
No, it's not. Really? That's a really weird. I don't like it.
Well, you're not the target audience, but that's interesting. Oh, there's one called Her. That's lesbian dating. I think maybe they just have different ones.
Oh, you can't use. Oh, that's stupid.
Okay, so Scissor. Yeah. Well, it leaves out the O.
Scissors.
Yeah.
It's funny. I'm gonna allow it. It's not bullying. You are a lesbian, so you can say that. I don't know why. I guess that's good of Twitch. They want to make sure nobody's being harassing.
Yeah.
Mm.
So cool. Yeah. Yeah. I have a friend here, and they don't have as much access to. She's a lesbian, and she doesn't have as much access to those apps here. They're like rarer.
Oh, in Japan.
Yeah, so she uses like Bumble. But they don't differentiate.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said so. She had they don't differentiate like sexual orientation. So
it's just
you have
like
to say. I think the options are like. Are you basically? Do you want to meet people of the opposite gender or everybody?
Yeah.
So she has to wade through like
a bunch
straight
of like
women.
straight women. That makes sense because when I was using Bumble, I would see a lot of like just women.
Yeah.
I'd be like, why are they here?
Yeah. So
Right.
that's really frustrating. Yeah, it's really frustrating for her, and I feel bad for her because
Well,
she just wants to meet more people.
Other people like her.
Yeah.
Well, according to my one student, there are no gay people in Japan. So.
Sure. Yeah. She's also heard that. Yeah. She's told me stories of like a girl she was dating didn't realize she was gay until she met her, and then like, oh yeah, I guess I like it's I don't know. There's
it's
something
different.
said for the importance of the cultural effect and representation.
It's just different here. Like, yeah, there's that like the skinship thing. Like you're talking there. There's
Yeah.
a lot of girls who are very, very close to each other in a way that is kind of just different from what we in the West would consider like normal behavior between like friends.
Yes.
Like they seem like girlfriends, like girlfriends.
Yeah.
But
they call it skinship, where they'll hold hands and so on. But they're just friends.
They're just friends.
They're just
friends.
But they have a thing where they
they like cuddle and like
they cuddle, hold hands. It's like, oh.
Maybe you guys just like each other and that's okay. But
yeah, and yeah, maybe there just needs to be more media. But because Japan is so good, that's like, yeah, Japan is conservative in that way. There's not a lot of,
which is so interesting to me because there's like the whole doujinshi thing with like BL and stuff like that, and yaoi and yuri.
Yeah.
Like boys love and stuff. But it's interesting because like boys love isn't written for men who like men. It's written for women who like men who like men.
Yeah.
It's like very strange in that way.
Yeah, it's specific.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just shows though. I mean, that's just another point in the whole like gender and sexual. These things are like part of our cultures, right? And it's mutable and changeable, and it's really interesting that way. I don't know. I'm a guy. I'm a straight dude, and so I don't understand the cultures as much as someone who is in those cultures, obviously. So I can't speak for it.
You're a cis white male. Not white.
That's part of the culture too, because they don't say that in Japan. Like cis isn't a term here in the mainstream. I mean, maybe it is for people who are like used to
into the internet and stuff.
And maybe in time it will be, but
who said that cis was a slur? Was that I think it was Elon.
Sure.
It's like, you can't call people cis, it's a slur.
Ultimately, culture is like a battle, right? Like we're all sort of vying or struggling for what we think the ideal culture should be, and
sure.
So that's why you have to fight for it, whatever you think the view of it is. So Emily says that they remember thinking that Japan was super friendly. Because they watched Nana and misunderstood their friendship to be something else.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of like...
Yeah, in Nana, it definitely feels like there is some kind of romantic tension between them. But it's just like never... But it's like, that's what it's like. It's like they're extremely close, but then they don't date each other. It's like...
Yeah. But it should be also okay for women to be friendly with it. It should be okay for men to be like really
it's
close
true.
to each other.
That is true too. It is fine to be intimate with like friends as well, right?
Yeah.
Like it is just, but I don't know. There definitely felt like there was going to be something between Nana and Nana, or Hachiko. Hachi.
Yeah. So I don't know. Hard to say.
But you've never seen Nana, right?
Not all the way through.
It's so good. It's really drama though. Like
I played the songs from Nana. I used to be in an anime band. Guy. So that's my background. I used to be in an anime band called Random Ninjas back in the playing like the Anime Expo before, like it was on the cusp of anime becoming.
Before it was cool.
I mean, no, it still wasn't cool. and so. It still wasn't cool, and it was a long time before. I mean, is it cool now?
Anime? I think it's way cooler than it used to be.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think anime is at least socially acceptable now. Like, from when we were young, like,
Sure.
anime was not, like, socially acceptable.
Oh, but I did play a concert from the woman. What's her name? Olivia Lufkin. She did the end theme "Wish" for the anime, and we played the same event as her. Like we kind of opened it. Yeah, that one.
That one?
Yeah, that song. I can't say it so high. So my band played. Random Ninjas played the same event as her.
Oh, so she was Trap Nest.
Trap Nest, yeah.
Yeah, she was the vocalist for Trap Nest.
Great singer.
Yeah. In the American version, I assume. I don't know. Is it Japanese? I don't think I've ever watched it in Japanese. Yeah, that's something we can watch.
Yeah, I'd like to watch that. Good Japanese.
It's kind of long though.
Yeah, I still watch it.
I like Paradise Kiss. Have you watched Paradise Kiss before, Emily?
Yeah. Chance Maybe is also saying that manga sells the big American comic books in America.
Yeah.
I mean, unless there's something that's like, there's some American comics that I do like that I wish.
Do you mean like graphic novels?
Graphic novels, yeah.
Like
Saga is like my big one, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, Saga's like fantastic. If you like any kind of graphic novel, manga, whatever, I recommend pick up Saga if you haven't read that.
My bold prediction is that kind of comic is going to become the dominant form of American comics in the future.
Yeah, rather than like serialized
superhero comics.
Yeah, because that's just the problem with superhero comics is they're just long and they just eat themselves after like decades.
Right, and they just retcon everything all over. Like, I was curious yesterday, I was watching something to do with X-Men, and I was like, I was watching about the Multiverse of Madness or whatever.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out why they retconned Scarlet Witch to not be a mutant.
Right.
Because originally she was a mutant, and then they just like made a whole thing in 2014 because of the movies, I think, and they just completely rewrote her whole history.
Yeah.
So now she's not the child of Magneto.
Yes, yeah.
So they're just like, spoiler alert, like Scarlet Witch and Pietro are no longer Magneto's children, actually. So
yeah.
I know it's weird.
Yeah, because they couldn't get the rights to mutants, so.
Yeah, so stupid. But I don't like that comics do that, I guess. I mean, I guess it's how they stay alive.
Yeah. But comics are really good when... Sorry, we're getting to other topics. Comics are really good when they use the characters as, like, archetypes, I feel. Like, I love, like, the sort of limited run Supermans. I don't like the whole Superman. I like the limited run ones where he's, like, a mythic figure.
Right.
Dealing with stuff. And those could be interesting.
Oh, this is a good question. Sorry. Emily asks, do you think anime is more mainstream in the U.S. or in Japan? I would say in Japan, it's not even that it's, like, mainstream. It just is. Like, it is just a part of the culture. Like, it's not, like, a niche thing. Like, everybody, like, watches some anime in their, like, history of time. Because it, like... It's important, I think, to remember, like, anime doesn't mean, like, Japanese animation. It just means animation.
Cartoons,
like, cartoons. Like, so Japan just has a really rich history of cartoons, and so they don't see it the same way as in America, is where it's like...
Yeah, things like One Piece, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, you just see them plastered everywhere.
People watch them.
People watch them. People read the manga, keep up with the manga. People... They have promotions at like all your local convenience stores and so on.
Yeah, posters and stuff everywhere.
Yeah. So yeah, that always kind of. But there are anime.
There's niche anime too.
Yeah, there's some anime that are just like the horse girl one.
Oh, the weird like.
This is
so weird. We need to watch like the first episode of that together.
Yeah, we should stream it.
It's so weird.
It's a anime about like champion horse racing horses.
They're based on real horses, historically, like real
and when
horses.
They die, they get reincarnated as pretty
girls. And throughout the anime, they are treated like horses. So like
people will touch
their legs and stuff. Oh, she has really good hindquarters and stuff like that, right? But they're just moe cute girls, like.
So it's this cute. It's like an excuse to have like depictions of men or people touching these young girls, but it's acceptable because they're not actually
they're
human.
Horses, you know.
I don't know.
Or talk about them in like weird like off color ways, like, oh, let's trade this one girl for another girl. I'm gonna buy this girl. Like, that is not mainstream. That is niche.
I think so. You'll still see it. But it is getting more and more popular. Right?
Yeah.
So Chance says that they enjoyed the Darth Vader series. The comic, is that a comic? Darth Vader series? Okay, yeah, I have to check that out. Emily says, X-Men Evolution is the best X-Men.
I love X-Men Evolution. I was just watching clips from it.
That's the one after the original cartoon, right?
Yeah. It used to come on WB. I was just watching best moments between Rogue and Gambit on X-Men's Evolution last night because I am a child. But yeah, it was actually really well done. Like they added a lot of emotional weight to a lot of the character stories, like with like Nightcrawler and like his like relationship and stuff. This is really good, and the animation was really good, I think. Yeah.
Speaking of One Piece, Chance is asking, what do you think of the upcoming live version? I haven't seen the trailer. Have you?
Yeah, I thought we watched it.
I didn't watch the
trailer.
Oh,
you watched it.
I saw posters of it. I'm just always sort of
hesitant to watch
yeah, because the live action adaptations rarely hit for me in Japan, and I think that's a feature of just adapting things sometimes, and especially in Japan where.
Well, this one's American.
Is it American? Oh, is it American?
Yeah, it's a Netflix, like American Netflix one. So it's in English.
But even more so, like Death Note, I watched a few minutes of that.
Here's the thing. Okay, here's a hot take. I don't think the Death Note movie is bad. And no, come back. Allow me to elaborate. Okay, I think if you remove the fact that it is like a 1-for-1 adaptation, you're completely out of frame now. You're just mad at me forever.
No, yeah, sorry. No, go ahead.
If you remove the fact that it's like 1-to-1, or it has to be 1-to-1, it's actually a really good film. And yeah, it's like emo and like trashy, but like, yeah, what else is it gonna be? Like, Light is an emo trashy person. He's not like a cool guy, and they don't depict him as a cool guy. And
I've only seen a little bit of it, so I can't speak.
I think you have to finish it. Like, okay. I think it is actually way better than people give it credit for. I don't like live action adaptations, and that's like. Yeah. But I thought it was enjoyable.
From what I saw of it, and no spoilers in case you want to watch it, 5-year-old.
In case you want to be spoiled.
No, I mean, from what I saw, the things I saw about it that I liked about the original Death Note weren't present in that. Because here's the thing, you're saying he's emo and trashy. Like the character in the manga and the anime, he was only emo and trashy in private. He part of his thing was he was charismatic. Like to the people around him.
Yeah, but I think if they had tried to do a 1-for-1, it wouldn't have been as good. So they did something different with the character.
They didn't have to do a 1-for-1, but I think those are the things that that made people gravitate towards the original story. Like the fact that you had this upstanding citizen, and that's what he used the book in the original anime series as a way to sort of mold the world in his image for like high-minded purposes. And that's what made him really a really interesting character. Like, you knew he was a villain, but he was anti. Sorry, that's my feeling. And I didn't see that present.
I'm just saying you should give it a chance.
All right, fair enough.
Let it stand on its own and don't compare it to the anime or the manga. And I understand it is derivative from it, but let it speak for itself. I thought it was a good film.
But what was his name? What was his name in the Netflix series? Was it still Light?
I don't remember. I don't think so. Okay. No.
Because if they took the Death Note and the character and they did it again and it was like sort of continuation, I think that could be interesting too, right?
Maybe. But then I just think it would have been more cheesy had they tried to do it like more direct. I don't know. I thought it was good, and yes, it is the one with Willem Dafoe, and Willem Dafoe kills it in that movie. He's very good at that. The acting is really good, and that's the thing too. Like, I think it's just if it wasn't called Death Note, I think people would like it. Okay. I think because it is called Death Note, people have this like visceral reaction to it.
I'm willing to reserve judgment until I see the first episode and stop halfway through.
It's a movie.
Oh, is it a movie?
Yeah.
Okay, then I can watch the movie. Sure.
I think it's way better than people give it credit for.
Before your next stream, I'll watch the movie.
Nice.
And then we'll talk about it for anyone returning.
Talk about it, and you can hate it officially if you like.
Or maybe that'll just be a stream. It won't be your monthly.
He's still called Light. Okay, I didn't remember. I think that is kind of weird though.
Yeah, see, you can't say that. You can't say that like.
Okay, what? Stop being mean
No, not
to me.
you. No, not you.
He's mean.
Not you. I'm talking about the thing, right? Like they want to take these liberties. They could have taken liberties with his name.
Sure,
There's nobody named Light
in the real world.
Yeah,
maybe.
Like, what would be a good equivalent name to call someone Light? That has to do with light or radiant or something.
Ray.
Thank you. See, it took us a minute to come up with a better name.
Ray. Sounds lame though.
Yeah, but it's a name.
Yeah.
It's actually, you can believe people are called name. No one's gonna be called Light in America.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I think I thought
Sunny.
It was
Thank you. Sunny's a good one.
Sunny.
Sunny. Look, put us in the writer's room. We'll fix it.
Yeah.
Just let us do a redub of the movie. keep all of Willem Dafoe's thing.
Lamp.
Raymond Ray Yagami.
Raymond Ray Yagami.
I like that. I like Ray Yagami.
That's not a name.
No, his last name could be Yagami.
Ray Lampman.
Ray Lampman. Lampman. I like Lampman.
That's a name. Lampman.
Lampman?
Yeah, it's people who make lamps. I knew a person named Lampman. Sonny Lampman.
Sunny Radiance person.
Sonny Bright.
Sunny Brightman. Oh, Brightman! Sunny Brightman.
Sonny Brightman.
Sunny Brightman.
I like it.
I think it's kanji, like, because the interesting thing too about, I have to go back and read the comic, but I think his kanji, Light Yagami's name is like light and like moon.
Sure.
So he kind of has like light and dark in his name. So like I think the impression is when you read it,
like,
he has a duality to his character.
Well,
really
that's just something you can't do in English very well.
Yeah.
That's
Except by doing things like
power of
attaching
kanji.
Yeah, kanji is interesting for that reason.
Yeah.
I know a you know a Greg Pancake?
Great Pancake?
Yeah. I think it'd be funny.
Greg Pancake?
I think it'd be funny if they worked at if their favorite food was waffles.
That would be funny. They opened a waffle shop and you're like, I hate pancakes. I only like waffles. My name is Greg Pancake and I own...
My name is Greg Pancake. This is Pancake's House of Waffles.
Pancakes House of Waffles.
Pancake's House of Waffles. Yeah. Pretty good. I like that. We have all sorts of foods, but not pancakes.
But not pancakes.
The waffles are the better.
We got waffles and cream. We got waffles and chicken.
Yeah.
But no pancakes.
But
Don't order pancakes here.
Yeah.
If you order pancakes here,
you're gonna get kicked out. I went to the office yesterday. I tried to change my name to Waffles. They said, "Sir, that's not a real name." They said, "My name is Greg Pancake." I said, "That's not a real name. Get out of here." So
sorry.
I think you should leave Skit.
Yeah.
Tell your friend Greg Pancake to join the stream.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to him about his name.
But his life and experiences of being a...
Well, it's past that, so I'm assuming you haven't kept in touch with him. I'm gonna it's I'm gonna look up Greg Pancake.
I'm gonna dox Greg Pancakes.
Yeah, where's Greg Pancake? Greg Pancake. Let's look you up.
Oh shit! There's
multiple Greg Pancakes.
Huh? Pancake is a name, huh?
Oh, so
interesting.
In Ohio, there's one in. I'm assuming this one that lives in.
Stop!
Okay, I'll
stop trying to dox Greg Pancake.
Sorry.
I'm sure he's a lovely guy. Maybe they're not friends anymore.
Older gentleman from Tennessee.
Tennessee, Greg Pancake. It might be because he's from Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, I think we found your Greg Pancake. I don't think he'll appreciate our stream or us talking about him.
Sorry, Greg Pancake.
Sorry, Greg Pancake.
Looks like a lovely man.
Yeah.
Ah.
Great.
Fun times. Fun times. I hope everybody's having a good time. Just listening to us ramble incessantly about things and draw stuff. I'm having fun.
I'm having fun too.
What do you guys think about the colors? I'm on the fence. It's kind of pastel, and I'm not sure if that's what I want to do with my life here.
I mean, pastel gives it kind of a sherbety flow.
Yeah, which is kind of a vibe for ice cream. I don't know.
But, I kind of dig it, but maybe you could have some contrast with sprinkles.
Well, I haven't done the sprinkles yet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're not colored.
So that's what I mean when you
When I put the sprinkles on. Here, let's do a sprinkle layer. And let's see what these look like. And then if I hate it, let's just start over.
Ooh, yeah. So Chance's Great Pancake is from Vermont.
Oh.
Near all the maple syrup. Okay. Maple syrup's quite delicious. And Emily says
Johnny
Hotcakes from The Sopranos.
Here's probably a blasphemous thing. I've never watched The Sopranos.
I've also never watched Sopranos.
Yeah.
I don't think it's blasphemous. I think that's a feature of The Sopranos coming out like pre-streaming services.
Yeah.
And then not having the money for HBO.
That's right. It was on HBO.
Yeah,
HBO, right? Yeah.
We can go back and watch it though.
I wonder if it's still good.
Does it hold up? Do you think, Emily? Do you think it holds up? Do you think is Sopranos worth watching in the modern day?
Or is it kind of like a of a moment kind of thing?
Yeah. Like, I did watch Deadwood. I'm a big fan of Deadwood, but at least that was like old timey, and so it kind of holds up because it's old timey.
Right.
Soprano was contemporary.
It is? I thought it was like time period-y.
Okay, well, Emily said they watched it recently and they liked it, so okay, it's worth. We just finished Ted Lasso, so I think we're watching.
So good.
Have you seen Ted Lasso?
Has anybody watch Ted Lasso?
Guys, that's a show you got to get on too.
That is a 10 out of 20,000 10.
Wait, 10
Wait,
out of
it's 20,000, 10 out of 10.
20,000 out of sure.
It's really good, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Excellent show, best. So funny we mentioned Ted Lasso.
So funny?
It is a funny show.
No, like, it's so funny?
It is? Wow, you think?
So, why is it so funny?
Why is it so funny, Chance?
Are you watching Ted Lasso?
For a reaction channel, and that's the next one.
Oh, funny.
Good. Yeah, that's
Small World.
That is an excellent show to watch.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, you should watch it while you're editing it or before you edit it, because it's so good.
So the reaction channel you're editing, feel free to give a plug to it. You know, why not?
Yeah.
Do they just they're just watching it from like episode 1 and then they're just saying how funny it is and so on, or is it like a compilation of their reactions to it? So yeah, and we said they binged in 2 weeks. So if you like Breaking Bad and Mad, I do like Breaking Bad. I do like Mad Men. I haven't finished Mad Men.
I never saw Mad Men.
I do like Mad Men. The Beasleys. I don't watch it. Oh, the Beasleys. Okay, I watched it for the first time. I'm sure they'll like it. It's quite good. Ooh, Band of Brothers. That's another classic. Have you seen Band of Brothers?
No. Is this a movie, right?
It's a 10-episode miniseries, and basically the conceit is it follows like one of the most awarded companies in World War II and their journey through World War II, and then the people, they also have interviews with people from that company who, and you don't know which ones actually survive and so on, so it's like really intense. But they're talking about their stories, like their real life stories, and apparently it's really well made. It's Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks produced it, I think.
Sounds sad.
If you liked Saving Private Ryan, it's in that vein. But I
don't know if I liked Saving Private Ryan.
I think it's better than Saving Private Ryan, though.
I don't like military stories so good.
I think Band of Brothers worth a watch. It's an excellent. If you like Ted Lasso, you'll like Band of Brothers. No, because it's about guys sticking together and trying to survive the horrors of war.
Does it have Roy Kent?
It has a Roy Kent like figures.
Does he grunt?
It has Captain Winters. Captain Winters is like.
Does he grunt?
Yeah, a little bit. It's a prototypical version of that kind of like a healthy masculine figure that you want to emulate. So Barry's good too. Barry's excellent. Yeah, there's so many good things to watch right now, and that's kind of a thing.
Problem.
Barry's an excellent show.
Beef was good.
Beef is excellent. If you haven't seen Beef is an excellent show. That's another. I like.
Oh, Severance.
Severance is another excellent show. But I do like that these shows are sort of like shorter.
Yeah.
They're not like 26 episode slogfest. Like Beef is like 10 episodes.
I think that's a result of the fading away of like network TV shows, right?
Because we just get better stuff.
You get shorter things with higher production value.
Yeah.
Overall.
Better Call Saul. That's all. I haven't finished it yet, so no spoilers.
I never finished. Whatchamacallit? So.
Which one?
Whatever it's a spinoff of.
Breaking Bad?
I never finished Breaking Bad. I don't know what happened. I watched it up until a point, and then I never watched it again. Also, do you remember Orange is the New Black?
A little bit. I
used to really like that show, and then it just like disappeared from my memory entirely.
That'll happen, sure. Like Better Call Saul, I was watching for a hot minute, and then I just didn't finish it, despite liking it.
Yeah.
Life gets in the way, and there's a lot of things
you just like forget about it, and it's just gone forever.
That's why marketing's so important for shows, I guess, because sometimes you have to be reminded to watch a thing. And Better Call Saul did it just finish? I think, and
just finished.
Yeah, supposedly it's better than Breaking Bad. That's what some people are saying.
People say,
which is pretty outstanding because Breaking Bad is also a masterpiece, in my opinion. My humble opinion.
Did you watch *Handmaid's Tale*? That was pretty good.
No, because I do want to read the book, so I'm sort of holding off on watching the show until I finish it.
But the visuals are very good.
I heard now.
It's very striking.
Did we watch that governor or whatever that did some sort of? They did a photo with their wife, and it was like in the Handmaid's Tale, like she was pregnant. They did like what do you call it?
They did a cosplay of
like baby photos, but they did it as a Handmaid's Tale cosplay, and everyone's just like, dude, that's just like very off the mark.
Disgusting.
I mean, I haven't seen it. I just know the theme of it.
So disgusting.
Yeah.
Ew.
Last season just went on Netflix. All right, I'm gonna have to catch up. How many seasons is it? I mean, I can Google that. I'm asking you. You're not Google.
You are not Google.
You're not Google.
ChatGPT.
So seasons. 7 seasons.
Oh, it's
6
long.
seasons. Oh no. Well, I guess that would be the 7th season.
I feel like that's a problem for me sometimes. Like, I hear how long something is, and it feels daunting, and I just, like, never do it. That's how I feel about One Piece. Haven't watched One Piece because... Yeah. That's too bad. Handmaid's Tale goes off the rails. I think I watched it till the 2nd season. And maybe you're right, the 2nd season isn't as good. I don't remember. I like the visuals, though. I thought the direction was really good. The art direction, anyway.
Have you read the book, Emily? I hear it's very good, but I would like to read
Give
it
it
first.
a shot.
Yeah, I like seeing the narratives first. I mean, I guess the TV shows are often different things.
Yeah.
And then sometimes after I read the book, maybe I don't even watch the TV show. I think that one show is like that. The Man in the High Castle. Like, I'm a fan of the book, so I'm like, oh, I hear the TV show is different. Do I need to watch the TV show? So
yeah, I can see how that happens.
Which I hear is a good show too, but the book is very good. Man in the High Castle, plug for Philip K. Dick. They have really interesting uses of the I Ching and...
What's the last book everyone has read? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, what's the last book you've read? That's a good question. Last book I read, I'm currently reading Clockwork Orange, which is much more difficult to get through than the movie, because it's all in sort of argot, like the jargon of the characters, like the horror show and with my Vippy, and so it takes a second to like, but it's good. It's really good for that reason. What's the last book you read?
Little Prince.
Little Prince.
I have a hard time with reading because I'm not like I have reading problems or anything. I have a hard time finding the time to sit down and read, so I don't do it as much as I should probably. But
You're reading Saga.
Yeah, I guess I am reading Saga, slowly, very slowly.
That counts. Graphic novels are books, man. Like graphic novels,
That's
like
fair.
count. Like.
So again, yeah. Then I am reading Saga currently. That would be.
Yeah. Well, what have you guys read? Feel free to
Yeah.
put in the chat, and if you want to say, you don't have to be. We won't book shame you here, unless it's
I
40
won't book shame you.
Unless it's 50 Shades of Grey.
No, I won't book shame anybody.
Yeah. In book news, actually, one of my favorite authors passed away. His name's Milan Kundera. He wrote The Unbearable Lightness of Being, a book that I like quite a bit, that I read in university. And he passed away. But, he was old, so...
Rip.
Yeah, rip Milan Kundera. Sometimes problematic, people said, but he was also
Well,
private.
Also a bajillion years old, I assume, so...
Yeah.
Who isn't
Monkey
problematic?
Beach by Eden Robinson. It's more of a character study of an indigenous woman in Canada, and totally recommend, but it can get dark. Okay, cool. No, yeah, all right. Is it written by an indigenous person? I'd be interested in reading literature like that. Like one of my favorite books is also Things Fall Apart. I can never, if I don't actually look his name, I'll say it incorrectly. Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe, and it's written. Yeah, he's from Africa, and it's a book about Africa, and it's one of the best novels I've ever read. And it gets dark, yeah, because they're talking about colonialism and stuff. And I'll look it up. Monkey Beach by Eden Robinson.
That feels pretty good.
Look that up. I'll put that on my to check out list, and then also Class of '86 by Brad Jones. I don't know. I don't know that book. I don't know if it's supposed to be if that's bad or a good thing. If you liked it, then I'm sure it's a good book. Cool. Yeah. I'll check out this recommendation, Monkey Beach. Cool. And at the beach, it was really good ice cream, and Chrissy is putting some cool fishy touches on her gnarly. Is that triangle? Sorry, I thought you were putting a shard of glass in his eye.
No, it's a light thingy.
It's a light reflection. Okay.
Yeah, I would never do that. I don't condone violence.
Be not afraid. I am delicious.
Be not afraid. I am a delicious ice cream cone. Definitely.
All right.
Sorry.
I'll skip Class of '86. Chance. I agree. The colors are very good.
Thank you. I wasn't sure at first, but it kind of grew on me. Yay.
So you want to take party drugs and listen to techno and party with it? Yes. We can't do that here. And if anyone from the Japanese government is watching, we don't do drugs.
We do not do
here.
drugs. We do not
do
drugs.
illegal drugs. We do drink. That's the thing.
Alcohol. We do drink tea.
We drink
That's
tea.
a drug.
You know.
Caffeine.
And our roommate is a brewmaster. He's a brewmaster at a making craft beers at a small brewery here in Aichi, and he's quite good at making beer actually. So, shout out to Eugene.
Shout out Eugene.
Shout out Eugene, Totopia Brewery.
His beer is quite good though.
Chrissy, you use color combinations in your work. I'm not brave enough to try. They really work.
No. So here's the secret. I'll tell you the secret. Do you want to know the secret?
I want to know the secret.
Make yourself a challenge. Give yourself 1, 2, 3 colors. Only use those 3 colors. Probably a good idea is to do like a light, medium, and dark color. And then you can use like a variant of black or something and a variant of white. Learn how to use these 3 colors. Only use 3 colors for like a month. And you'll probably drive yourself crazy trying to do it. But what you'll notice is like learning how to use 3 colors only not only teaches you about like how to do color, it teaches you how to do things with like contrast, right? And the more you practice like contrast and like negative space play, the more it kind of informs how you use color. And then like once you feel really confident with these 3 colors, slowly start giving yourself like 1 more color, or try 3 different colors, or 3 or 4 colors. And then eventually you'll get so comfortable with those colors that you can use like any 3 or 4 colors and kind of see which colors might work really well with those colors. And that's kind of how I've gotten pretty good at it, because I used to absolutely stink at coloring stuff. Like that was the worst thing I was. The thing I was worst at. It was the worst talking. That's the other thing I'm bad at. Like in college, I sucked at color, and like there was like no way around getting better at it for me for some reason. I just couldn't figure it out, you know. But when I started doing like sketching in my sketchbook with like markers, I was just using the 3 colors that I had, and it really helped me a lot. And I don't know what it is, and I don't know if there's like a word for it, but that's what I've used. That's what's worked for me. Give it a try. See what you come up with. Try it for a month. Show me what you do. Like, by all means, send me what you're working on. I can give you feedback if you want, or like, I spilled tea on my thing.
Oh no! Hold on, I think I have pants.
Pants? In my backpack, there is a handkerchief in the front pocket. Yeah.
Restrictions breed creativity, right?
Yeah, it's like movies, right? Like nowadays, movies are kind of like boring because they just use CG for everything.
Or specific directors are boring
Sure.
when they give them all the resources.
Right, like for example, Tim Burton. Old Tim Burton movies are fun and interesting and quirky, but it's because he had limitations, right? Like he had to learn how to use the tools that he had. And like Tim Burton movies now with like CG, they kind of suck because like he has limited resources. He can do anything, but by having those unlimited resources, it's just boring because
there's nothing he has to come across and come up with creative solutions for.
So by giving yourself limitations, you kind of force yourself to be creative, right? Yeah. And so that's kind of how I approach color. So
Emily has a nice compliment for you.
Wow.
Should read that.
Another thing you make is ever looks muddy, but it's still coherent. It's dope. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I said, I think that's just by the virtue of my method. I just gotten good at seeing color, which I never thought I would be. So definitely don't give up if you feel like you can't.
Learn.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the colorblind challenge? Start with the line drawing, then make the display black and white. Not sure how. Then pick colors that you can't see.
No, that sounds fun.
They usually make a digital palette on the screen. All right, that sounds like an idea for another stream.
That sounds like a fun challenge. Yeah.
Let's do it live.
That'll be either really good or really awful. That's fun. I like that. You should do that.
So wait, how do you?
Yeah, I don't know how to make the screen black and white. I'm sure there's a way to do that.
Oh, so you make it black and white, and then the color palette looks black and white too. So you're just like picking up based on tone.
Right. You change the screen to black and white.
you just choose like various shades of
Yeah.
red.
Yeah.
But you're so experienced though that like I feel like you'd be able to get around that.
I could probably by tone
Yeah.
get through it maybe.
I have a cousin / family friend who's also an artist back in California. He works for Disneyland. He does those portraits. He's colorblind. He's a colorblind artist. And when people come to his booth, he has to ask them which one red and green, which is closer, because he can't see between red and green.
That's cute.
He's a great artist.
Good for him for still not letting that limit him.
Yeah. That always blew my mind. But he loved art and so much that he wouldn't let that stop him. So he's still active. Probably accessibility setting.
Yeah,
right,
that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess you can look up on YouTube, do some research on it.
I don't know if I can do it on my iPad. I only ever draw on my iPad. I mean, I guess I could do it in Photoshop for the challenge.
Yeah.
I don't like Photoshop anymore because all of my good brushes are on Procreate, and I can't figure out how to do brushes anymore in Photoshop. Because every time I put brushes in there, they don't work right, and I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I just need to figure that out.
Yeah, figure it out.
I don't like Photoshop anymore. I hate Photoshop now.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. I hate Photoshop. Photoshop's great, and they're lovely, and I would like them to sponsor me, please. Adobe, give me your sweet sponsorships. I want to go to Adobe Max again.
So you don't have to pay every.
No, they'll still make me pay for it. No, but I want to go to Adobe Max. It's fun. That's where I saw the panel for Spider-Verse.
Oh, cool.
The artist panel or whatever. O'Keefe. O'Keefe is a really great illustrator. I can't remember his name. I keep wanting to say, is it George? I think it's George O'Keefe.
George O'Keefe?
George O'Keefe.
George O'Keefe.
I think.
Not the famous artist?
I know, I'm trying to think. Is it George O'Keefe?
Are you talking about who worked on...
Spider-Verse, the concept artist. It's not Georgia O'Keefe.
Yeah.
I'm not... It's something O'Keefe.
Patrick O'Keefe.
Patrick O'Keefe.
Patrick O'Keefe.
Not George O'Keefe.
Yeah, Patrick O'Keefe.
Yeah, he is really talented, and I got to meet him, and that was pretty cool. For free, because my company sent me. Because we somehow convinced them that we needed to go to that.
Thanks, Emily. She says, I'm glad you did the restream thing because she found you through YouTube, and now you can join the sticker game.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to do social media good. I'm real bad at it, so I'm glad you found it.
Thanks, Chance, for joining us. Have fun. Teach tomorrow. We know that life.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. And this is the first Twitch restream or double stream she's done.
Yeah.
So we'll try to get on her having a schedule if you guys want to join her again.
Yeah, we'll try and make it more regular.
I'm her moral support.
Yes.
And,
this is my butler of sorts.
Yeah, your sidekick. Your sidekick.
Cool.
Have a good night. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
We're almost done too.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much finished, honestly. What are we at on time? How long have we been streaming?
Hour 48.
Okay.
Hour 48. We have to get going soonish too because this room. Technically, we should have been out of this room 13 minutes ago.
Oh no.
But that's okay.
That's probably fine.
It's fine.
Well, yeah, I think actually this is probably a pretty good place to stop then. So. Yeah. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Thanks, Chance, maybe. Thanks, Emily.
Yeah,
thanks,
you
whoever
guys.
Else might be here
Who's hiding there. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for your support. Like I said, if you're interested, Sticker Club is a thing. This sticker will be available this month. So
how do they find that stuff? Where is it? Is it on Patreon?
Oh yes, sorry. Sticker Club is on Patreon. So if you go to patreon.com/Chrissy Diggs, you can find the monthly Sticker Club. And if you join the monthly Sticker Club, you can have an opportunity to decide what the next sticker theme is going to be. So please sign up if you're interested. Please look for a cool sticker from Japan in the mail. And thank you very much for stopping by. It was very much fun.
Thanks, guys.